Greetings, peasants of YouTube. It is I, the great wizard of Morscar, Magog, and I come to you today with yet another tale from the skeptic kingdoms. A tale of courage, intrigue, betrayal, and pissed off villains. And garbage humans.
Right? If you Google my name on YouTube, you get shitheads like this dude who are making these dumbass videos that just say the same shit over and over again. And like, I need to give you attention because you're a garbage human. Whatever, dude.
I can taste the salt from here. Let us begin our tale, shall we? Oh, look, it has pictures. It's got a map and everything.
Eons ago, in the fires of Mount Undoomed, the One Ring of power politics was forcibly forged by the Dark Lord Soros to subjugate the free people of Kextaraz.
The voice in my head is fucking sexy.
One ring to shame them all, one ring to fuck them, one ring to blame them all and into patriarchy cuck them. The ancient free armies of Kextaraz did battle with the Dark Lord Soros and succeeded in sundering him apart from his great power. The ring was lost for many ages, but one day it found itself in the hands of the most unsuspecting little creature. Back when it was mostly atheists and creationists battling for supremacy over the skeptic kingdom, there lived a humble hobbit known as Steve who lived in the beautiful Shivian Shire. You won't believe this, but he was actually pretty fucking reasonable and beloved by many of his fellow hobbits at the time.
But I don't get the impulse to silence him. I don't think that that's the sort of environment that we should have when we're discoursing with each other. It should be a discourse. It should be an engagement. It should be a conversation.
However, he stumbled upon the corrupting influence of the One Ring, and his one sharp mind began to slowly descend into utter madness. He donned his precious hat and began to spout neo-Marxist ideologies at his fellow hobbits until they couldn't fucking take it anymore. After he had betrayed his fellow hobbits, calling them misogynistic, homophobic racists, they'd had enough of his bullshit and exiled him from the Shire. He set sail for a distant shore located in the Isles of Atheism Plus. There he languished for years with his precious until he was totally transmogrified into a malicious and malformed creature who blocked everyone from his island and only talked to stuffed animals for the rest of his days. It did not take long for the One Ring to realize that being alone on an island with Steve and his retarded stuffed animals was completely fucking unbearable, and it yearned to be wielded by a master more worthy of the power of postmodernism.
Are you there, God? This is so exciting. Should be a TV show. Centuries later, in the region of Vidconia, many Sarkassians gathered in council in the capital city of Vid Constantinople. They would discuss how they might rediscover the location of the legendary One Ring. Their band was known as the Fellowship of Anti-Harassment. They debated on how they might, one day, take back the tinfoil throne from the comment section dwelling trolls. This year's festival held a few surprises, however. On the first day of the festival, when all seemed peaceful and rather boring, there suddenly came the sound of thunderous footsteps from the distance. Over the hill, a horde of Shitlordian raiders descended upon the meeting, hailing from the Skeptic Kingdoms. They were personally led by the great King Sargon himself, who had decided to conquer the lands of Vidconia in the flesh. It was on this day that he would finally face off against his arch-nemesis in person, the Mad Queen Anita. The great King Sargon approached the Mad Queen, but he refused to attack. Instead, he chose to listen to her claims to the throne. But the evil queen, unable to abide the mere existence of this shitlord, was triggered to the core. She beseeched her minions to cast the great Sargon out, but they were powerless to do anything, because he had a fucking pass. The Mad Queen Anita then cast a spell to turn Sargon into a garbage human, but he was protected by his enchanted armor of irony, deflecting the spell back at the Mad Queen. It hit her in the face like a big brick of fucking hypocrisy. Queen Anita and her Fellowship of Anti-Harassment were thwarted and retreated from Vid Constantinople. And there was much rejoicing, drinking, and festivities for the rest of the weekend. And to further mock the Mad Queen, the followers of King Sargon donned armor made of garbage and adopted funny garbage names on Twitter. Also, everyone decided that Tariq needed to shut the fuck up. But little did they know, the Mad Queen Anita had been tweeted a map leading to the possible location of the One Ring. A Sarkazian minion set sail for Shive's Island to find the Ring of Power politics. Now that is some riveting shit right there. I wonder, will the Mad Queen get a hold of the One Ring? Is the future of the Skeptic Kingdoms in peril? And where are all the titties I was promised?
Titties.
I'm going insane!